Morning for week 26 to 3rd of May, I think. 26th of April to 3rd of May. Bank holiday here in the UK at that weekend. I am doing a tarot reading for that week using the Rider-Waite deck. Got a bit traditional. Oh, Magician there. One's flipped out already, which I've kept for the first card. Clarifying with the Light Seers deck. And then 3 Oracle cards, which I will look at later as usual. So the one that flipped out is the 9 of Cups, indicating this might be a week that you are focusing on things that you desire. And I've just pulled an Oracle card for that, for later on in the week, I think it is. So they might be really high in your mind, your wish fulfillment. It's an extremely lovely card. And it can be you looking back at everything you've achieved, especially if you're going through a time where you're feeling like you're not seeing the results of things. Oh, yes. So the 5 of Pentacles there, that feeling of being left out in the cold, about needing a bit of extra assistance. So if that 10th cup to get you into it from your 9 of Cups to your 10 of Cups seems a little bit far away, try not to let that drag you into the state of lack. Oh, we saw this on the bottom. I feel like this is going to be a very, very driven reading. So the Magician popped out that way. It was on the bottom of the deck. So the reason you might not be getting to your 9 of Pentacles, sadly, is because somebody may be working a little bit against you. They may be undermining your decisions. They may be being a little bit deceitful. There may be some underhand energies at play, and they may not be paying you what you're due. Because we've got the 5 of Pentacles there. They may be just working a little bit against you, and even though you might have everything you possibly have worked towards, you may be just feeling that little bit of lack, and that could be affecting you. So we've got the Fool here, reminding you to stay, have faith, and that you have everything you need in this little rucksack. You have the sun shining down on you, which is always very positive. You've got the loyal supporters behind you. And if you can't see where you're going and it's causing you some anxiety or some frustration or some feeling of being, doing this alone, know that that is not actually the case. You are well supported. And this little rose here, it's reminding me of Beauty and the Beast. But that little rose is... it's not the meaning of it, but I'm just feeling that that's where you get something beautiful, but it's not without its thorns. And that's definitely what I'm getting from this first line of cards, because we see that you have got a lot to be thankful for and a lot that you've worked towards, but there's something stopping you getting that final piece, that final icing, the final bit of bite of the cake. And you need to be putting down burdens and releasing them. So you've carried enough stress for long enough. That's a 9 too, or a sign of almost completions. So you've carried enough stress, and it's time you put down things that don't belong to you. Put down things that don't belong to you, and concentrate on what your legacy looks like, the 10 of Pentacles. So we're very close to getting some kind of fulfillment. You could be close to retirement. You could be worrying about is your pension pot not meeting enough requirements, because we've got this 5 here. You could have lost something. You could have lost an investment. You could have lost something around you that causes this feeling that you're not progressing as you planned. And it could be that you are taking on too much of other people's lives. You are trying to put into it. Woohoo, jumping cards. 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, foundations. So you might be having to go back and look at how your plans are going. And I was drawn to like investments or pensions because of this legacy card. How are things heading towards? What is your vision of your complete life? What is it you want? Are you on track? Do you need to go back to foundations, laying the foundations and re-looking at everything again? And that can be a time of, discomfort, because if you're anything like me and you like to know what you're doing and where you're going, a little derailed plan can sort of send you off into an overthink. Two come out here. Yes, juggling. So something's occurring, or you want to gain back that sense of stability. You don't want to be juggling things. You don't want to feel emotionally unstable by other people's burdens and responsibilities. And maybe you are a little bit, responsible for other people's, and you take that all on board, and you really don't need to, because you need to find your sense of stability, and you need to know whereabouts this sense of stability is coming from. This Eight of Cups is him going off to look for something. But remember here with the Eight of Cups, they are actually all there. They do have everything they need. Like the Nine of Cups, nobody says you need the 10th cup. But you might feel you do. So maybe re-looking at that groundwork to see how your own ideas of what your future, what your family life looks like. We've got this legacy here. Does it need to be this way? Are there other ways of doing that? And you've got a lot of loyalty around you, because we've got 3 cards here with the little dogs on. So you've got lots of loyalty there. Pop those down there. Let's have a look at the final view before we have any clarifiers. I feel like this is a week of you really seriously looking at everything. Yeah, putting in the work, paying attention to the details, staying focused on the quality of work that you produce and the quality of investments that you make and the quality of relationships around you. Absolutely do not be led astray by anyone that is acting against you, not in your best interests, that don't have, that only have their self-centeredness, they only got their best interests. You need to focus on what is going to achieve your legacy. And I do feel this is actually aimed at an older generation, because I feel like it's probably people in their mid-40s, going later. Not to say it couldn't be for a younger person, but we're getting that sort of later life. Ace of Cups there. So something's happened that's caused you to feel like you're not going to get your 10 of Cups. It's a little bit of emotional overpouring. You might actually be feeling that you need to shut down a little bit emotionally to be able to carry on and benefit from the things around you. And also, in order to walk away from things that aren't serving you, because that 8 of Cups, that walking away from the things that are causing you a sense of unbalance, or that are causing destabilization in your life in general, in your finances, in your emotional well-being, in your stability. You need to be thinking about that ability to switch off and move away and stay focused on this 8 of Pentacles that you are very focused on there, making and engraving and creating quality relationships. I'm hearing again, quality in your life. Yeah, because somebody is not giving. You're about to lose out on something that is owed to you. And I'm not saying it's not important, but I feel like you might be making more of a thing on it rather than sort of it's not the end of the world. It might feel like it might be causing you to rethink plans, but this is somebody not giving to you in the way that you've given to them, or the way that you are giving to them. And it could be you've invested into something like a pension and you're not getting out as much as you thought. You're not getting much at all. And the Star has just flown itself out of the pack to say, don't lose hope, stay focused on it, gain some healing. This is again the balance. It's a balance being restored. So whatever's happening this week, you might be feeling that sense of lack of balance, and know that something's going to come on account from in the sense of loyal relationships coming in to support you, about re-looking at your foundations, re-looking at your family structure, re-looking at several things. to help you do that. But just try and stay focused. I would definitely say maybe get near water to try and balance yourself, even if it's as simple as showering and swimming, drinking water. So just seeking a little bit of clarifier. So between this 9 of Pentacles, what is making you worry about getting that 10th cup, that 10th wish fulfillment? And we've got again the 10 of Wands in reverse, the same here. So the reason you're worrying about this is because you are taking on too much other people's responsibilities, things that were never your problem in the first place, things that you have taken ownership for because other people have not stepped up and done it, but you are now being given the opportunity to restart and look for that 10th cup, to overlook what's gone behind your back, things that have failed, that things that haven't, you know, that haven't gone as you planned or as you'd hoped. And that faith that you feel is absolutely required now. Go ahead on your new plan or stick at the one you wanted and wait and see, because these roots, especially in this deck, are taking form. They're there for you. It does look like water again and getting a really watery energy. So this can be things like you could be connected to a water sign, or it could mean that just that natural restorative kind of energy needs to come from water. Perhaps you need a little break away, perhaps you're tired and exhausted, you just need some time to be able to see the opportunities before you, because sometimes they are there. We just so focused on other things that we don't actually see the opportunities in front of us. Yes, so water energy again, Queen of Cups, balancing yourself. See, she's in water. You need to get to the seaside or to a lake or to the, you know, a swimming pool, or just stand for some time and feeling that water coming down, that nice warm water when you're showering, washing your hair, just like relaxing into it. And here's her crown. Her crown is made of water. So this is really important for you to connect back in with your emotions, to feel, I like to use that phrase, lukewarm. So when you go from water to air, when it's that kind of temperature when you're away, or when it's, you know, if we're in the UK, the weather's warm enough that you can walk into water without a noticeable temperature difference, and it helps you feel connected with your world. This is definitely a sign that you need to do that at this moment. And the 6 of Pentacles, wow, we had the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we had the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So this sort of time frame to meditate, relax, is coming up, and you're going to go from nobody assisting to assisting. So the beginning of the week could look a little bit rocky, and it may be that this week you hear that you're about to get some financial assistance, some support that you're requiring, and things are going to turn around a little bit. So the beginning and the end of the week are probably looking a lot more balanced, a lot more like you're getting help. And I did pull an oracle card again on Instagram, which talked about your fears blocking the things that you desire. So just be careful of that you're not worrying so much. Strength card, the lovely Leo strength card, and this little lamb. I've been getting a craving for lambs this week. Little cute ones running around the field. They are sweet. So you are requiring your inner strength, okay? Your character, your strength of character is going to become very apparent this week. And we all have little wobbles from time to time, and that's fine. That's what makes us strong. But definitely using this water energy to reground yourself. Even Earth needs water because we need it to grow our vegetables, our food, our fruit. And we need that to help us bloom into the person we need to be in this current time. And the last clarifier is 2 of Wands. So now you can get back to planning. So I did say earlier, reorganizing, re-looking at things and seeing right now where to go, because I feel like you need a backup plan, or that you're just going to go back, regroup, say right now, where are we going from here? So I don't feel like it's a particularly bad reading, but I do feel like there's a lot of change of energy, and that while you might be worrying or thinking what's going on, I think by the end of the week you're going to get a little bit more clarity. Let's have a look at these oracle cards. Yeah, we had this the other day as well. I do shuffle them, but this mutable moon. So we were talking about fears and you know, not letting them disturb you, but this mutable moon is going to show up some things that you can't see. So whether it's your worries being able to be calmed, it says nothing yet is set in stone. This means that you do not have to worry until literally things are signed on the dotted line. Same shit, different day. Yeah, I feel like you are repeating something. Yeah, just like, what's going on? And I do get this feeling that you are looking to cut certain situations, certain people out of your life and move on, because they're not bringing this balance to you, and you need this restorative balance. Something or someone, and we did have that deceptive energy, is really not working in your favor, and you need to toughen up, drop burdens that are not your own, and step into your own lion-like power. We mentioned opportunity earlier. We've got the Pentacles. We've got the opportunity card here. It's lovely trees. This card speaks of new opportunities, although they may not necessarily come in the form that you're expecting. Be alert, look beyond the obvious. Be prepared for opportunities disguised as loss. And we got that Five of Pentacles, didn't we? That feeling of lack. We also got the Six of Pentacles, where they weren't stepping forward, where somebody's not giving to you in the same way. So this loss can be regenerating, like the water going into the earth to cause something to sprout. And I do love this pentacle because of it, because it's always like roots, like seedlings or bean sprouts. A new path open up for you. Trust that is leading you in the direction that you're meant to go. So try not to have resistance. Look at the opportunities around you. Look for that water energy to restore the balance, so that you're not in this Two of Pentacles juggling things. And also be prepared to leave things behind, while also focusing on things that you think will bring you the stability. So that, my lovely people, is this week's reading. I hope that resonated with you. Please do like, subscribe and share if it did, or contact me for a personal reading. Have a good day.